How do you become rich with meme coins when you're trading with a small portfolio? You could be trading with zero point 0.1 SOL, 0.2 SOL, zero point 0.5, and even less than that. And I'm going to be showing you guys how you could turn that into 5 SOL, 10 SOL, whatever your goal is. Again, it's not as easy, but I will be showing you guys a few strategies that you could use and implement in your trading strategy that will help you reach that goal. Again, trading with small portfolio is not as easy as it sounds. So very hard. You have to keep track of your consistent wins. You have to make sure you don't get robbed by the fees. You have to make sure you don't become exit liquidities for all the KOLs out there, the big farmers. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to grow that small portfolio into something huge. So before we do start with the video, do make sure to hit the thumbs up button and drop a comment down below on what you think about this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So let's head over to our screen. So how do you start trading meme coins? Again, the first thing you're gonna need is a trading platform. So the platform I use and a lot of people, most of the famous people use, is Axiom Pro. This is one of the best Solana trading bot that is out there. So again, link is down in the description. If you use that link, you'll save 10% on fees every time you trade, and based on your volume you also get some Solana back. So you're basically being paid to trade. So again, amazing opportunity. Even if 10% doesn't sound like a lot, it can stack up, especially when you're trading with small amounts. So check out the link down in the description, sign up to Axiom Pro, and you'll be greeted with this screen. This is where you will be trading meme coins. It's called the Pulse, and again, every platform has a different name for it. For example, Bullx called it Neo Vision. And again, you'll be most likely the first screen you'll see is discovered. So you want to head over to the Pulse section, and this is where you'll see all the new meme coins being created. And again, on the left side, we have here our new pairs, the one that are very recent, that are coming out as we speak. We could see 2 seconds ago, 3 seconds ago, 4 seconds, and it just goes up. So these are the newest ones being made. As you can see, they have very low market cap. So as these are very recent, they are also very risky. So very high risk, high reward. So if you're trading with a smart portfolio, I highly don't recommend new pairs, because you could lose very fast on these new pairs. So again, it is very easy to become exit liquidity for a lot of the people that are trading these coins. So if you do want to choose a safer side, choose Final Stretch or Migrated. Again, these will be your best options. And let's say, for example, you're choosing Migrated. So let's take this coin for example. Let's just look at this chart. Not a great example. We could already see this seems like some kind of setup, this crazy green candle that took it to 60k. So I don't really recommend this one. Again, bad example. We could take a look at another one, maybe this one. This one looks a lot more proper. So we could already see that this one is pretty good. Top 10 holders are less than 20%. Bundler is very low, 3.79. Dev is holding 0%. So this is a pretty good choice that we could use to set an example on how you would grow a small portfolio. So first of all, you will not get in at the lowest point. That is very rare. Again, if you're hoping you get in at the lowest point and get out the highest, that is never going to happen. You will most of the time you will be somewhere in between, and so do not chase extreme lows or extreme highs. It's okay if you sold early, you still made some kind of profit. Again, it's better to realize those profits than to go in a loss. So again, anything's better than a loss, especially with small portfolios. Again, while trading, you have to very carefully set your fees, and with small portfolios this can add up really quick. So currently, if you look at my fees, they're all set to 0. So it's not the best option. A lot of people would say it's not the best thing you could do. Again, this will probably be the default. So for the gas fees, it will be 0.001, and for the bribe it would be 0.01. so if you're trading with a small portfolio, this can add up to a lot. So your order will go through a little quicker, but again, you'll also lose a lot. You'll need to make more profit just to break even. So let's say you invested like 10-20 bucks, you'll need to go around 5 to 10% more just to make back the fees that you placed in the order. Again, this is not just for the buy, this is also for the sell. So you're basically paying fees twice, and this fees can add up. So if you're trading with a really small portfolio, let's say 0.01 zero point 1 or 0.2, I recommend setting these fees to 0. And I know it could delay your order by a little bit, but again, we're not trading extremely volatile coin. Again, if it takes a bit more time to execute our order, this won't hurt, because again, we want to be on the safer side. We don't want to be losing money just by wanting to make our order fill quicker. And especially with small portfolio, that's not such a big deal. That's only a big deal when you're trading like really volatile coins, or you're putting in a lot of money. So for the best settings and for the best results, I would recommend just keeping the gas fees and the bribe at 0, both buy and sell. This will give you most likely the best results. Again, we know that most of these coins are not really volatile, so unless you're trading new pairs, you want the order to go super quick, you could set the bribe and gas fees a little higher. But for if you're just trading like a regular person, or you don't need those crazy buy and sell times, you could just set it to 0 and you'll be perfectly fine. And also, another rule is do not get rugged. Again, I know it sounds easy, but it's very easy to lose it all. You'll see coins like this being made, like live example, 1.25 million market cap with only a 26k trading volume. This might seem like a good coin. Only 20% top 10 holders, only 20% sniping. It looks good, but again, look at this chart. Absolutely garbage. Look at that crazy candle, and look at this all green candle. So this is, I believe, like one of the most obvious rugs. So do not fall for these coins. And again, right now at this market, it's not very usual, but there's a lot out there right now. We could see 729k market cap with only like a 20k trading volume. So we could already see like these are absolute dog shit coins. So make sure you avoid these. And again, even the filters won't go through on this one. They won't filter this out, because we could see it's only a 20% top 10 holders and 20% snipers. So a regular person would see this and think, oh, there's nothing wrong with this coin. And even if we look at this, if you go more down, we can see market cap 1.35, 0.55 dollars. This is absolutely crazy. These are the ones I believe you could automatically sense, like basically common sense. Come on now. And again, if you're looking to trade safer coins, you want to set some filters. So filters, for all of these, I think a good number would be like around max 40%. So I usually set 40 for all of these, and that usually filters out a lot of this coin. Not for holders, actually. For a bunch for bundles and insiders, just apply 40 for all of them. This usually filters out a lot of the shit coins, and you'll see good coins like this. Loki, this does seem fair, but again, it won't filter out all of them. We can see this is still here. This has a market cap of crazy 800k and a volume of only 20k, so we could obviously tell this one's not a great coin. So if we look at these other coins, again, the best exit and entry plan is usually go on the safer side. Don't gamble. If you don't know what you're doing, number one step is to create a strategy. Again, if you don't have a strategy, you're basically gambling your money away, and you can't afford that if you're trading with like very low amounts. If you lose that, you're basically to 0. It's harder to manage your risk when you're working with a smaller portfolio. You can't say, oh, I'm only putting in 5-10% of my portfolio. That's basically like $1-2. So it's not really fair. It's very hard to manage risk with a small portfolio. So do make sure you enter these trades very carefully. You have to be extra careful when you're entering these trades. And again, this one is kind of one of those rare sightings. You see this one, really good graph. We could see good numbers on top 10. So this one is doing really good, I believe, and it still is not dead. Even after an hour of this going live, we could see they have their decks paid. We have people tweeting about this, even the developer. And again, this is a really good example. So even if I was to buy now, the fees won't the fees won't affect that much of my order time, and that is not even necessary because we know this is not a crazy volatile coin. It's not going up 200k and then coming back to 100k in a few seconds. So it's a lot safer to trade with zero fees when you're working with a small portfolio. So again, the best way is to create a strategy. Make sure you're doing some kind of TA with a safer coin like this. That you know you're not just gambling. Like, I hope this does well. We already know this is doing well, so do some technical analysis. We could already see, even just drawing basic like lines like this, we could already see this seems to be the top for this coin, and this usually seems to be the bottom. So we could already see some kind of pattern going on with this coin, and right now wouldn't be a great time to buy because why? We know it's not at this low point yet. So when it comes to the low, you trade, you buy it, you enter, and then when it goes back to this high, you exit. So again, basic technical analysis, I believe you should know. You can't just gamble your money away. So have some kind of strategy in mind when you're trading. And again, these are basically the best tips you could use. Trading fees, and make sure you're smart with your trades. You have to be a lot better at risk management than the bigger portfolios because you can't afford to lose it all. So I believe those are the biggest tips that you need starting off with a small portfolio in crypto. So that was about it for this video, guys. In this video, we went over a few tips that you could use to grow your small portfolio to whatever your goal is: 5 SOL, 10 SOL, 100 SOL. You could use those strategies in almost anything, especially with small portfolios. So if you did enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up button and drop a comment down below on what you think about the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.